Good afternoon. Welcome to another edition of What's Happening Long Island. As everybody can see, I'm here kind of by myself at this moment because Michael has had the baby. He's a daddy. And I'm sure we'll be hearing from him because, you know, he eats this stuff up. Nicole had the baby Sunday. I think it was 2:13 in the afternoon. A little boy, Tyler Mack. Everybody's doing great. He's on paternity leave, which is why I have my two very special people in my life with me today because I could not do the show by myself. But Michael, we miss you. Nicole, congratulations. We're so happy for you. Can't wait to bring the baby on TV.
Life will never be the same again.
No, no. So the show must go on. So here we are. I want to introduce my very special people in my life. To my left right here happens to be my sister, Kim Goldstein, ESQ. She's an attorney, the attorney in the family. Yes. Thank you so much for being here today.
It's my pleasure.
And my other best buddy, Miss Maryann Adikoff. She and I do a lot of networking together, and that's how we met. And she does Title, and you're going to hear all about these spectacular, spectacular women in a little while. So thank you so much for being here. We kind of pulled this together 12 hours ago.
It's okay.
Yeah.
We could do, you know, what we need to do.
Exactly, exactly. You know, we all do a lot of networking, talking about the show last week. Maryann,
yes,
you
David
saw the
was
show.
on last week. He did a great job. We're all big fans of David, and every time we eat an everything bagel, we do think of David.
Right.
Well, David does so much more than just networking, which is why he's such a fascinating person to talk to, because he has so many facets to his life.
Right.
I have followed David around just for the good that David does,
right.
for the good heart and the goodwill that he provides to so many different people and charities.
Right.
And
the connections that he helps you make.
And
you know, that's what we talked about.
he has that platform to be able to connect people.
Yes.
On top of networking and trying to build his own business and trying to build your business, he is really out for the good of Long Island.
Yes.
And I will follow him
everywhere.
To the end of the earth.
Right, right. Now, you've known him probably as long as I've known him.
Yeah, I met him as soon as I started
networking, right.
which was about 3 years ago.
Okay, so I've known him for like a little 5.
Yeah.
Right.
And I have sponsored many of his events.
And you've made some great business connections.
I've made fantastic business connections, one of them being Maria Kafetsis from Douglas Elliman.
Kafetsis. We love that name.
Maria,
we love you.
Is one of my all-time favorite people in the world, but aside from that, she is probably the greatest real estate broker I have really ever known.
She's dynamic. She is.
Really her and I have hit it off to such an extent that we're basically partners in crime. I mean, we solve each other's problems, we make each other's lives easier, and that's what business is all about.
Yeah. And now what about you? You've known David for...
I've only known him for just about a year because I'm pretty new to
right. You are. You're a little newbie at that, but you're doing amazing.
Yes. I just joined Waltman Abstract in November and met David and just love his energy to life. He really just knows how to energize you and get you thinking outside your box.
Yeah.
It's contagious. Yeah. His energy and his enthusiasm for life.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
It's completely contagious, and it makes you want to do better.
Yeah. He could have had a couple hours to himself on our show.
Absolutely.
Like, we definitely need a follow-up show with him. And, you know, we really want to talk about like the benefits of networking and how print ad doesn't work, and he shows you that, especially from his event that we went to, and we talked about this last week, that with that terrible rainstorm last week. Right. But I mean, it was such a great event, and the people that he knows, you know, really make a big difference in your lives. I mean, I've met so many people. We went to his real estate lunches.
We did.
And we've met a lot of people from them.
Quality people, and he knows he has that recipe of putting the right people together in a room, which is really something. It's like an art in itself.
Right.
It really is.
Because you could, you know, most business people today, especially women who are multitasking on every level, make the most of their time.
Yes.
And want to make the most of their time and don't want to waste their time going to networking events where they're going to meet people that are really not quality people, that are not going to give them the opportunities that they're looking for, seeking out. And David has that ability of putting you together with just the right people in a small amount of time. You're in, you're out, you make your connections.
Absolutely.
Right. And you're on your way doing business.
100%.
You know, he takes away,
and
you
it
know.
Happens.
And it does. And it does happen.
You know, we're all living proof that it works and it's successful, you know.
Yeah.
So.
Yes. Oh, and so last week when we talked about my golf lessons, This is Maryann, who I talked about. So Michael is calling in. Of course, he's calling in. Okay, yes, we're live here, people. So, hello.
Hello, ladies.
Good morning.
How are you doing?
I'm actually in the car right now running a few errands. My sister-in-law is with the wife, and the baby is sleeping.
How is the baby?
I was able to escape a little.
Oh, and how's paternity leave going? Just want to know.
Maternity leave is great. I wish I had a longer time.
All right. Well, this is it. You know, it's over after today.
The baby is so cute.
So
I saw
cute.
pictures last night. He is adorable.
Yes,
adorable.
congratulations.
Congratulations.
So is he
Thank you.
sleeping?
Thank you. Appreciate it. Her water broke Sunday at 1:15 a.m., and our son was born 2:13 p.m. Sunday.
2:13. I got that right.
12-hour labor.
Welcome to
Wow.
the world.
Welcome to the world.
So, have you been sleeping?
I slept last night because she took care of the baby. I sleep at night, and then she sleeps during the day. And I'm doing the laundry. Thank you. Thank you.
All right, we want
Listen,
pictures.
It's a job everyone should know how to do eventually.
Yes. Yes, I'm doing the laundry. I'm cooking.
Oh, that's
Wow.
You're actually multitasking.
I am. That I am. We had our first doctor's appointment with the baby yesterday, and thankfully has no signs of jaundice or anything like that, so that's very good.
Oh, good.
Excellent.
I know. She was only in the hospital for like 24 hours.
Yeah, she was only in the hospital for 24 hours. We just couldn't take it anymore. Even though the room was nice, there's no place like home. So we asked the doctor to see if we can get discharged early. Thankfully, knock on wood, she was healthy, the baby was healthy, and both our pediatrician and her OBGYN allowed us to go home early, and we got home Monday at around 4 p.m.
Okay. There you go.
And I'm sure the insurance company's thrilled that you left early.
For sure.
Yeah, I'm going to wait for that bill, so we'll see how that happens.
Well, all I have to say is every time you go to feed one baby, just think about the fact that I had twins. So when one is done, you have to wake up the other one to keep them on the same schedule. So never complain.
Oh, he complains before he had the baby. Please. All right. Well, all the best. I'm so glad.
I'm happy, and it's a good life so far.
So far, day
So
three.
far,
Day three. Day three. Really, you enjoy that.
Next week.
Yeah.
I want to talk to you next week after you haven't had sleep.
No, I was exhausted Sunday into Monday. I didn't sleep at all. But it's a once in a lifetime. Well, twice because we want 2 kids. But I saw the whole birth. It was truly an America. It's a truly a miracle, and it was truly amazing to say the least.
Well, congratulations.
Congratulations. We missed you, and we will see you in 2 weeks.
Yes, enjoy the set. Take care of my set, ladies.
We will.
We will.
We will.
Have a magnificent show.
All right. We'll speak to you later.
Excellent. Bye, ladies.
Bye.
Bye.
So there you go. Right from the horse's mouth. He complains about not sleeping before the baby. He would come in, I'm so tired. What are you so tired about? Seriously, it was like he was pregnant. We just started Lamaze.
Right.
We just started Lamaze. We. Everything was we.
He went through everything with her, so.
Gained the weight.
Hey.
He gained more weight than she did. Because I saw her. And she saw her.
Good. She was
great. Beautiful. She was
all
all baby.
She was just all baby.
She was
really
all baby. And he was everywhere. So, but he's promised he was going to start that diet. So let's see what he looks like.
Definitely.
Right, well, because breastfeeding is what takes off the weight. So I'm curious to see how he's going to take off his weight.
I wonder if he's, knowing him, let's not even go there.
Okay, we're going to just have to stay tuned for that.
Yes. So anyway, before he rudely interrupted us, we were talking about our golf.
Yes.
So we have been doing, other than the networking that we all do, we have been golfing.
Well, this way we can network some more.
Right.
Because what better way to network than on a golf course?
Okay, so what the new BNI one is June...
It's September
15th. September 15th, so that June 21st was canceled.
It was rescheduled.
It was rescheduled.
Right, so
There's
there's
too many events going on, and the family couldn't be there. So it's September 15th.
And it's for Make-A-Wish Foundation, which
Yes.
is an unbelievable organization
Right.
helping a child, I believe, go to Disney World.
My favorite place.
Yes.
So it's for a great cause. It's a
Yes.
fun day to just get out there, get involved, even if you don't play golf. Just
If you
to
don't
come
play
out.
golf, you can just socialize.
But we're going to play.
But we're playing.
Are you playing?
I'm not playing.
Oh, we're going to get
I'll
you
drive
out
the
there.
golf
Oh,
cart.
okay.
You can
And I'll
sew
look
this in
good.
Gria.
I'll look
No,
good in
I'm
my
gonna-
golf cart,
Yes.
my golf outfit.
Right. All right. And I have to just complain about one thing. There are no golf clothes out there for women. I have been to Under Armour. We were just in Lake George, the Kardashians. I told you this last week. We had the most fabulous weekends.
We did.
Went to Under Armour, went to Adidas, went to Reebok, went to Nike. Nothing.
I told you to go to Golfsmith or one of those golf stores.
We'll
That's
just
where
have
you
to take
go.
care of it. I think that what you really need to concentrate on, I know you got a putter because your sister was not
Yes,
kind
thank
enough
you.
to give it
Yes,
to you.
I got a putter from her last week. Thank you.
But maybe you need to invest in golf clubs.
But I would have but I have to
I
tell you
mean,
when we're on the course, Doug, our instructor, who's like what? He's like the head golf person.
Right.
He's already told us we all need custom because
You should
it's too
Well,
high.
you're short. See,
Yes.
You could use your nephew's golf clubs. They have 2 sets, and you're about the same height. They might
Very
actually be
true.
a little taller than you at this point.
That's very
So
true.
Okay.
you should use theirs.
we have options.
Will they lend it to me?
They're away.
I know, but I don't need it until September.
No, but the thing is
But
you want to
it's
get
a Monday. They'll be in school, correct? Let's hope they're going to be in school.
you want to get to know your golf clubs. So you
All right,
have
also
to-
bring them. All right, I need
so
them
you
for
should
next
bring
Monday.
them. Right.
Hello.
You need to get comfortable with them. It's like networking. You need to get comfortable with who you meet.
Which I have to say, he's great because he gives you the club and he'll be like, what do you think about this? And, we'll hit within, and I'm like, I don't like that. And he's like, why don't you like it? And I said, well, I had no control. I did not like that wood thing. So it was good. By the end, we were picking whatever clubs we wanted to use, and it was great. It was just a great.
And that's what life is about. You have to figure out what's going to work for you.
Right. And he's very big on etiquette. Etiquette. That's all like etiquette. I'm like, who gives a crap about this? Let's just get on with this, But
There are
where we
certain rules that you
stand.
kinda
There are
have to
certain
follow.
rules.
So-
Yes, I know. The no talking rule, really. Having a very hard time with that one. That one I'm definitely going to have a hard time with. But just to be out there. So thank you so much for setting that
I'm
up.
just going to love it.
Yes. And now I am playing Mahjong because of you also.
Very busy.
Yes, I know it. But did you ever play with Mommy? Because Mommy plays.
I did. We
And?
play when you go away Thanksgiving.
Oh, thank you.
And I host Thanksgiving.
Yes,
While the
I'm done.
turkey is cooking, we get in a game of Mahjong. And my kids know how to play, and we play with.
I don't know. I'm having
I
a
have
hard
to tell you,
time.
my whole
Cousins.
family plays.
Okay.
Every Christmas, we're sitting down with the Mahjong.
With the Mahjong.
All the kids play, my sisters play, my mother plays. It's like our whole thing.
Right, right.
It's
fun.
a very big
It's
thing
fun.
now.
Yeah.
I
It
have
is.
to say, socially, it's a
Yeah.
very
Big thing.
deal now.
But like Jim Walsh, our friend Jim, who is like, what's a Mahjong? I'm like, Jim, you're not Jewish. You didn't have a Jewish mother or grandmother. And I guess, for that way, I think it was a very big Jewish tradition, not to say that it still is. But I mean, I remember our grandmothers playing.
Mm-hmm.
I have to tell you, I do a lot of volunteer work for the Association for Children with Down Syndrome. And I went to the director and I said I wanted to do a fundraiser, a Mahjong tournament. And they were laughing at me. And meanwhile, we raised like $12,000,
Right.
So
Right.
who would have thought?
Right,
You know?
right,
So,
right. But it is social, but it's fun. I
It's
mean,
fun.
we just laugh. So we're going to the spa this weekend, so maybe we'll bring the Mahjong.
Oh, that's such a great
Right?
idea.
That's a good
we
idea.
should never get out of our bathrobes.
I agree with that. I agree with
We should
that.
just
Well,
go
it's
where
my
you
mother's
going.
birthday. Well, we always go, we decided no more Mother's Day for us. We were tired of the women doing anything. So we always go to the spa with the Norwich Inn for Mother's Day, but my dad got really sick, so we couldn't go. So my mom's birthday is Sunday, so we're going Friday to Saturday. Just the girls and my daughter.
Nice.
And yeah, so
That's a
Kim and
nice
I never
tradition,
want to
actually.
Kim and I never want to get out of our robes. Everybody wants to get dressed up and everything like that. So yeah, so maybe we should bring it, and then we can report back next week.
Absolutely.
All right, ladies, we're going to go to our first commercial, and then we will carry on. We'll see you in a couple of minutes.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Technical Worldwide Tattoo Supply is one of the largest suppliers in the world and your #1 resource for top quality, affordable tattoo and piercing supplies. Technical Worldwide Tattoo Supply is the #1 supplier of tattoo inks in the world with more than 200 products including Mom's Ink, Philadelphia Eddie's Traditional Inks, Paolini Sacred Color Inks, and more. Technical Worldwide Tattoo Supply, your one-stop shopping destination for great service, best prices, and top quality supplies. Coney Island Carlo's vintage wines and premium spirits are undeniably distinctive, selected for their unique, memorable flavor. Coney Island Carlo's vintage wines and premium spirits are delivered to you in beautifully designed bottles featuring limited edition artwork. Coney Island Carlo's vintage wines and premium spirits are available at affordable prices in fine restaurants, bars, and liquor stores. Or check www.coneyislandcarlo.com for availability.
Are you planning an event and want to include entertainment, but you're not sure where to turn? Act1Entertainment.net has provided over 1,500 events with quality, affordable live entertainment at private parties, corporate affairs, festivals, bike rallies, and more. Act 1 will fit into your budget. They're friendly, reliable, and do all the legwork for you. They take all major credit cards. Log on to Act1Entertainment.net for a free, no-obligation price quote, or call 631-758-3505 for a brochure. You'll be happy you did.
I'm Erica Conway, and you're watching Madhousetv.com.
Welcome back. As you maybe have missed, but we heard from Michael, who had the baby, and thank God all is well, and he will be back next show for sure, or I will not be here without him. But I have my ladies here today, so I'm very, very excited about that. So we're going to start with you, Miss Kim. Okay, I'm very proud, so proud to be her sister. She is just an amazing, amazing person. So tell us about how you went to law school and your experience working in the family business.
Well, yeah, I graduated college and started in advertising. And my dad's an attorney. Our dad is an attorney. And he had called me one day and said that he was in a panic. His legal assistant had just left him. He needed somebody to help fill in. Would I please come and help him? I said, sure. So I was not happy in the position that I was in anyway at that time. So I left my job and I came and I worked for him. And I had grown up with the legal field as
we all did.
Right,
yeah, we all did.
As my background. I was going to court with him when I was little, so I knew a lot.
Pastrami King.
I knew, right, when we go to small claims court in Queens.
We went to Pastrami King when we were growing up.
So I knew a lot. It was a very easy transition for me, and I had no intention of going back to school, except for the fact that I would speak to attorneys on the phone about cases, and they wouldn't want any part of me. They wanted to speak to the attorney. They wanted to speak to the attorney on the file. So that's all anybody ever had to say to me is, no, we don't, think that you're capable.
Right.
And that's
what you had to prove them wrong.
I did.
Exactly.
So that's what drove me, and I went to St. John's Law School. I started out at night. I got married and started law school the next month.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, it was a lot.
And I did the reverse commute. I was living in the city. I went to St. John's, and I was working.
In Garden City. They were in Garden City at the time.
Correct.
Yeah.
And I started at night, and then I took some summer classes, and I made that up, and then I graduated full-time in 2 more years. And then I went to work with my dad, and we're now partners. And
How great is that?
I've been
And Mom's the
practicing.
bookkeeper, and I was the paralegal.
Wait, is it your daughter in the office now, too?
Yes,
it's a true family
It's a
business.
true
It is.
family business.
Yes.
We had a
Yes.
very large firm. We had a much larger firm beforehand, and we realized that, you know, to just trust the people that you work with and to keep it very close-knit, you can keep much more control over your cases. Your clients appreciate the fact that you're the one that is handling their case.
Absolutely.
You're the one that they're calling. And the clients, the best compliment that I can get is when a client refers me because they've had such a good experience.
Yes.
You know, there are nightmares out there, unfortunately, like any other career, any
Correct.
other profession.
Right.
You get the good, the bad, and you just have to do your homework. And we are happy when clients call us just to ask questions. That's my best part of my job, is to educate my clients. So I focus primarily on real estate.
Right.
The firm does litigation, the firm does general practices, but my specialty is real estate. And I got into real estate because I had twins 14 years ago. And being on a court schedule, on a judge's schedule, was very difficult for me. We were doing a lot of insurance defense litigation at that time.
Yes.
And I was going to the Queens, and I was going to Staten Island, and I was going to Brooklyn. And it was difficult. So real estate for me seemed to be a great way to focus my energies, to really help my clients personally, because everybody wins in a real estate transaction. At least it used to be that way.
You hope it's that way.
Exactly.
At the end.
And also you can make such a personal connection. You're a homeowner.
100%. Absolutely.
And you know what the process is. And
So I focused on real estate, and I really built that area up, and I enjoy it tremendously. And it gives me the flexibility to be home with the kids when I need to be, but I'm also out there, you know, whenever I need to be for closings and anything else. So it really is the best of both worlds for me. And our real estate practice is very diverse. We handle real estate transactions just on the transactional side for buyers and sellers. We'll help clients refinance if they need help with that. Reverse mortgages are always something that people question us about, and we really have a specialty in that area.
Yes, I've been to closings. As we all know, I do reverse mortgages, my other hat. And she's closed a lot of, you know, when I used to work for a different firm, a lot of loans for me. I mean, she's just amazing with the people. She's a people person, and that's what you need to be.
That is what this job is. I mean, lawyers know a lot about the law, but when push comes to shove, you are a counselor. You're a counselor to your clients. You're the one that they are coming to. They need to trust you.
Right.
They need to hear from you all aspects. They don't want to hear just the good stuff. They want to hear every part of this process.
And real estate, I mean, buying a house, it's like the biggest thing that you're going to purchase in your life, probably.
Right, the biggest financial
And
decision,
so
they always say.
It's a really big financial commitment, and you need to know that you can trust somebody to get you through the process.
Absolutely. So our clients become an extension of our little family practice, and they can reach me on my cell phone anytime. They know that when they have a question that they can call me. And then what I have done is I have created this whole network of people around me, including Maryann's firm, Hallmark Abstract, which help and make my life so much easier.
Right.
You know, you were talking about Jim Walsh. Jim Walsh from, you know, Bethpage Federal Credit Union has become a huge ally for me.
Right.
You know, his loans make my life so much easier.
Right.
Hallmark Abstract make my job so much easier. When I have a title issue, they're the first ones that will come and jump in and help me resolve them. And clients don't see that behind the scenes work that goes on to get them to closing. You know, I have an issue now that's a title issue, and if I didn't have, you know, the people that I have behind me working to get this done, it would never close.
Right.
And people don't know a lot about their title, because liens can be put on titles that I've experienced, and they didn't even know about it.
Absolutely.
You know, but, like, do you find that a lot?
There can be surprises. There definitely can be surprises. I mean, about a month ago, I think we had a situation where the wrong address was put down. You know, I mean, how does that happen? It's just a clerical error, you know?
Right.
So, you know, it doesn't seem like it's a big deal, but
it is.
It is, because you know what? The bottom line is you can't close.
No.
And you know what? I'm a very detail-oriented person.
Yes.
So I know what my title issues are from the get-go, from the very beginning. There are you know, many people who don't look at the title report until, you know, they're
Till
almost at
closing.
closing, and that's
Right,
when you
right.
start to
And
have
then it's
issues.
too late.
Right, exactly,
Then
or
you
at the
start to have
table.
issues.
Right.
Well, I think, and that's what we like to provide for you, Kim.
right.
We like to just take everything off your table so that you have more room to actually
100%.
do more real estate transactions. So that's what we like to come in and sort of take over a little bit so that you can just lean on us and depend on us to get everything done.
And it's such a pleasure to be able to deal with people that
Absolutely.
know what they're doing
Yes.
and have your back. And then aside from the transactional stuff, we do some commercial real estate. We represent a lot of landlords who have commercial properties in Queens and in the city. We do a lot of the leasing of the buildings for them. We deal with their issues that they're having. If there's any violations on a homeowner's property, we can handle that, help them go to court and get that resolved. Landlord-tenant issues are a big thing these days. Not a lot of people are paying their rent,
Nope.
unfortunately.
No, I have that at the shop right now.
So whether I'm
Yep.
representing a tenant because the landlord's not doing the right thing, or if I'm representing a landlord because the tenant's not doing the right thing.
It's an impossible situation.
But they need help. People need advice. And I'm the first one to say, listen, if you could do this on your own and you just want my help just to guide you, I'm there to do that as well. You know, not a lot of people can afford my services to go into court and to do what they need, what I need to do. And if they just want me to guide them, I'm happy to do that as well.
What's the number one mistake do you think that people make when they're going to buy a home, as far as from your perspective as an attorney?
I think that the first mistake that they make is not calling your attorney first to get the map of how you need
What
to
the
go
process
in.
is.
So what is,
Right.
tell us a little bit about the process.
You definitely want to have a broker, first of all, on your side that's knowledgeable, that's not just looking just for her commission. And that's when I had said that Maria Kavetsas is one of those people that is just not looking for her commission. She wants the deal to get done for you.
Yes.
On top of
Yes.
that, you need to have an engineering inspection of the house so that you go in with your eyes open. You know what the
There's not a
pitfalls
lot
are.
of hidden surprises.
I
Right,
had
right.
a client who wanted to buy a foreclosure. Foreclosures are completely different animals than,
Well, and that's what one of Maria's specialties is.
and also short sales.
And short sales.
But foreclosures are a totally different animal, and you go in, and the bank who's selling the property now on behalf of the people that they foreclosed upon, they don't provide any representations. Even if the roof is falling down, it wouldn't matter. You can go in with an engineer. That's just for your own benefit.
Right, so you know what you're walking into.
It's going to be out of your pocket.
Right.
It's
Right.
not going to be out of the bank. So when a regular person is coming in who has no knowledge about real estate and is buying a foreclosure, it's a lot of education that needs to happen in a very short period of time.
Right.
So that's what we really do. I bring the clients in and we have a powwow. We really have a meeting so that they completely understand, because I never want there to be miscommunication to say, you never told me this, I can't afford this, I don't know what that's my first and foremost information, is that you need to get an engineer inspection so you know what you're going in. Even if you're buying a regular house, you need to know what the pitfalls are.
Right.
And then thereafter, if you're selling something and buying at the same time,
Oh, yeah.
You've got
that's a
a
juggling
nightmare.
act.
Oh,
That's
my
a
God.
juggling act. So I think the biggest mistake is that people will have an idea, okay, I want to sell my house, I already went to contract, now I want to buy something, and nothing is coordinating as far as timing is concerned. You want to coordinate your time so that if you need the proceeds from the sale of your house, that you can close prior to buying.
Right.
Right.
And the contract is very important at that point to be able to coordinate those times and really mirror each other.
So what do you see most? Do people not have the money to buy their new house, or they're out of their old house and have no place to live?
No, a lot of times it's a juggling act to try to get people to be able to stay in their house. So we do
Right.
we do post-closing possession agreements
Right.
where they rent
Okay.
back sometimes.
Because what's the likelihood of someone closing on one property and then buying another one on the same day?
It used to be that
It
way.
used to be that
We
way,
used to
but
be
it's
able
not
to be
anymore.
that way,
Okay.
But the way the banks have really kind of played the system, they hold on to their money as long as they
Yes.
can.
Sure.
Okay.
It's money for them.
Understandably so.
Okay.
They want as much interest as they possibly can on that money. So a lot of times
So you're
it's
not
very
doing really
difficult.
that?
No, sometimes you can in certain situations, but what we try to do is do day to day. We try to do one day and one the following day.
But
Okay.
what happens if you're renting and something goes wrong in the house? Like, do you have the money in escrow that
Well,
you?
if you're renting back
your house
after you've sold it,
yeah,
there's escrow in there. You have to have the house
Okay.
in the same condition that you purchased it in. And then the other big thing that we're seeing a lot of is mortgage modifications and, you know, people getting into trouble with their mortgages.
Yes.
So we're there to help them with that as well.
Do people get pre-approvals before they go and buy, or do you find that they come in with a contract and then all of a sudden they don't have the money to buy it?
I think that the sellers are very educated today.
They are,
Sellers
okay.
want to see pre-approvals. They don't want to just waste time on
Right.
people that don't come in with the right paperwork. Obviously, an all-cash deal is the best deal for them. But if you're coming in with a mortgage, which most people need today,
Right, of course.
you want to have that pre-approval. Otherwise, they won't even talk to you.
All right, well, thank you. We're going to hit another commercial right now, and then we'll be back to continue. See you.
From Barton Home in Northport Village, I'm Erica Conway, and you're watching Madhousetv.com.
My name is Dr. Robert Brevard. I'm here for Multi-Medicine in Westbury, New York. We're located at 1065 Old Country Road, Suite 214. Been here for about 15 years. The practice has medical doctors, physical therapists, chiropractors, acupuncturists. We also do pain management, and we have orthopedists on staff. Here at Advanced Multi-Medicine Rehabilitation, we've got physical therapists on staff who treat an array of conditions, from neck pain to back pain, shoulder pain. We treat carpal tunnel. We treat a lot of car accident patients, slip and falls. We treat patients with knee injuries, with ankle injuries. We have state-of-the-art equipment. We've been here for over 15 years. Vast array of diagnostic testing, from x-rays to EMGs. What is an EMG? It's a diagnostic test that allows a doctor to determine where the pinched nerve is. Cora is a physical therapist at Advanced Multi-Medicine and Rehabilitation. She's working on Stephanie, who was involved recently in an automobile accident. Stephanie has tight thoracic and cervical musculature, and Cora is doing some myofascial release work and some therapeutic stretching, doing it to help her with her pain. Vicky is also a patient here at Advanced Multi-Medicine and Rehabilitation. Vicky is now working her leg muscles, specifically her quadricep muscles, trying to strengthen them after an injury she sustained. If you find yourself in need of any type of physical therapy, please don't hesitate to call Advanced Multi-Medicine and Rehabilitation, located in Westbury, New York, in Suite 214. Phone number is 516-334-7000, or find us on our website at advancedmultimedicine.com.
Welcome back. Ladies, this has been so amazing, and we're not even done yet. So interesting. So interesting. So we're going to hit on Maryann, and then, you know, obviously you chime in, because clearly you two work very, very well together, and Maryann and I are going to start working very well together.
Yes.
No, we are. We are definitely going to start working together. So, Miss Maryann, tell us about yourself. How did you get into Hallmark Abstracts, who we've known them for a long time. We started a BNI chapter with Michael.
Right. Well, Linda and Michael asked me to join the company in November, and I've known them for at least 15 or 20 years. Linda and I have been tennis partners. And
she doesn't golf?
She did. She took golf lessons right before you, so we really have to get all of us out on the golf.
Okay. Yeah, Michael said something like, how come Linda's not with you? I said, because I'm a newbie.
No, she actually took the session before you. Remember, I had sent out an email asking who wanted May and who wanted...
I wasn't doing anything. I was the last minute entry.
That's right. Well, you know what? There was the end of the school. There was a lot going on.
Yeah,
So just about everybody is in this group, but we'll definitely have to get Linda and Michael and out on the greens with us. But so they own this small title company. It's you know, it's a real small boutique-y type of shop, in the sense that we really like to provide service for everybody, and we make sure that, you know, we do commercial and residential titles, and we just make sure that we, you know, dot all the I's, cross all the T's, and we do the research for you so that, you know, Kim, you can just go in and do what you have to do in making sure that your clients are satisfied and customers.
Now, as an attorney, that's priceless to you.
There's no doubt that Maryann at Hallmark, who is your title examiner,
we only hire people with the name of Maryann.
Exactly.
Just so that you know.
I can see that.
This way it keeps the
keep us
business
on our
ties. I mean, it
toes.
just makes life a lot easier.
Her and I have, you know, we email each other basically every day because I have a lot of files in the works right now with you. And all I ever have to do is send her an email. Just copy her in on an email that came to me that had a question for me. I just send it to Maryann. She answers it for me. And even
That's
other
great.
attorneys or the bank attorneys compliment her all the time to say, thank you so much for the quick turnaround. When I ask for a bill because I'm going to closing, I'll get it that day. You know, I'll get it an hour later.
Right.
Well, I think that a lot of times some of these title companies are so big that you sort of,
you're a number.
You're a number.
Yeah,
you're
that's
a number.
true.
You get lost in the shuffle. And I think that that's what separates us from, you know, some of the other title companies out there is that, you know, we really work to provide that one-to-one service. And, you know, even you, Jill, you've called me. You've been down.
I was in Florida on a Saturday night, and and actually had an attorney call me.
Right.
Okay,
I mean,
this is what we're going to do. I'm like, oh, we're not doing anything until I talk to Maryann. And I did.
So, you know, and if I don't have the answer, I know that Linda or Michael know that we can get the right answer for you. And that's part of what we do. It's part of our service, you know, is...
Well, boutique. That really is your key word, correct? Boutique. Because you know everybody. You're not a number. Kim is not a number, her law firm.
Right. And that's what we try and really help you out with. And it's I've been having so much fun, actually.
We have been
networking.
networking.
We've been networking, and, you know, I had been in the business world. I worked in investment banking for a number of years, and after children, I, you know, was home for a while. So it's just so refreshing that small businesses have, you know,
opportunity.
Have such opportunity.
Yeah,
and there's,
that's true.
You know, and that there's really like an environment where people care about one another. You know, because in the big investment banking industries, you get lost in the sauce.
100%.
And this is so.
Right.
I can't tell you how much I'm enjoying it and how many great people I've met, and it's really just been.
This really is networking at its best because we are in the same group. And this is the real estate team, per se.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I mean,
Try a
she's
couple
the attorney.
people.
Well,
We're
we have
missing
Maria. We're missing
and
Maria.
Jim.
Right. But I'm saying, you know, that's what networking is all about. You can see we have the relationships, and we trust each other.
Well, that's it. When you refer a client to somebody, it reflects back on you
100%.
if they're not
Exactly.
happy. So the ability to have lunch every week. We have lunch every week in our BNI network.
Delicious lunch every week.
So that gives you that personal edge.
Yes.
It's not just about, you know, that this is a big title company and that's who you're getting referred to. This is about a personal connection that I know when I send a client to Hallmark Abstract, they know it's coming from me. So they're going to take every step necessary because of the personal relationship I have with them. They're going to make their clients their own clients, and it's going to evolve the way it's supposed to.
Right.
Not that it's just going to get put onto somebody's desk who has no idea who sent it to them, and you get shuffled around to 5 different people, and you don't know who to call when you have an issue.
Right.
That's really what makes, I think, my firm different, that makes Hallmark different, that makes the ability to have communication and not get onto a phone and have to push a button to say, press 1 if you want this department, press 2 if you want this department.
And you go through the loop. What's the best referral source for you? Like, where do you get your business from?
Well, basically, the best referral, you know, I don't think that people are really aware that you can be your own advocate. You can actually say that, you know, choose your title company. Because when people are buying houses, it's like, you know, it's like Michael having the baby. It's like you sort of go into the hospital and you just sort of do everything that everybody tells you. But in buying a house, you do have the option to say, you know, I would like to have this title company represent me. But obviously for us, the best resources, Kim is my best resource, an attorney that can, you know, is doing business with another realtor, because, you know, that's where it comes from.
Right.
And realtors for sure would be your best asset also, you know, getting in with the real estate.
Right, but you know what, the
company.
real estate, like you really have the relationship with Maria. Like Maria and I, you know, we see one another at lunch, but the two of you are interfacing.
Well, because
all
you're the middle
time,
person.
Because you're the middle person.
Because you're getting it from Maria, and you're giving it to.
I have to tell you, there are a lot of times that different real estate will say, we have to use this title company. And so therefore, you know, it sort of is a mixed bag. Yes, it is good to have a realtor, but if they can't refer us, then...
I stopped doing business with a real estate company that will be nameless because they wanted me to use their title company, which I did at the beginning, and I did not at all like the way that they handled their title, handled any issue that I had, and I said, I can't, you know, if I have to use your title company, then I can't do business with you.
Right.
Because that's how important it is to me to have my clients
Well, because
protected.
your clients are your referrals.
Yes.
I mean, that's what you're looking for, is that, you know, to have that repeat business from somebody who said, hold on, I have the best, you know, attorney for you to take care of, because she's in the driver's seat. She just takes you along for the ride, and she gets you through the process.
Do you give your clients an option of the title company?
Most clients don't know really what title insurance is.
Yes,
it's a
that's
very
true.
big mystery.
It
It's
is.
a very big
Okay.
mystery to clients. So after discussing it with them and explaining to them why it's important to have a title company and how they are really one of the biggest assets you have sitting at a closing table, making sure you want somebody behind you that is crossing their T's and dotting their I's.
So you don't, if a client came in and said, well, my best friend or my brother-in-law owns a title company.
I have a situation now.
Oh, is that what it is? Okay.
I have a situation now where their brother-in-law is in the title business, and I use their title company. And not that I'm not having a fine experience with them, but there is this title issue that I am having and you know, it's kind of sketchy how we're going to resolve it. Whereas I know,
like if it was with Maryann,
it would have been resolved.
Right. Well, that's good to know. Like when I'm doing a reverse mortgage and we are doing the paperwork, there is a specific section that says which title company would you like to use.
Right.
You know, and I go over that with the clients, and I'll say, listen, unless you have somebody in the business that you know, let me recommend somebody.
Right.
But it's completely your choice,
Right.
and I definitely give them the choices.
And I think a lot of people don't realize. I think that they just, you know, it's a process that you're just not that familiar with.
No.
And so therefore, you know, like Kim, you educate your clients and let them know what they need to do. And that's great, I mean, because you provide that service for them. I can't say that every, you know, attorney out there is giving everybody all their options. And so I think, you know, the best referral for us is you, but yes, real estate, you know, brokers.
But don't you find like a lot of real estate brokers now have their own title companies?
Yes.
And their own banks?
A lot
Like
of
they're becoming their
attorneys.
own little,
Right,
really.
they're becoming-
They're becoming their own little enterprise there, which is really hurting a lot of people.
Well, I think that there's going to be some changes coming down the line, because there's going to be, you know, you're going to have to get a license. You know, it's
like we have to be licensed. Oh yeah, Linda mentioned that.
Yes, so
believe that
as
they're gonna
the year
make the title
progresses,
companies
that's
get
going
licensed.
to be coming into play, and that's going to change things up.
And that's the way it should be.
And you have to understand something. There could be many issues that come up that could be conflicts of interest when a real estate company owns a title company.
Exactly.
And the bank.
It's a very big conflict
should
when you
not
have
be.
an issue that's going to cause this deal not to close, but you have an interest in the commission that's coming in
Right.
because you
Right.
want it to close.
Right.
So there has to be full disclosure to the clients to let them know that there is a relationship between the title company and the real estate company.
Well,
so
that's.
that
I
everybody's
think
on
the
board.
licensing is, you know, when we had to get licensed now, you know, it's
It's
mortgage
going to,
as loan
hopefully
officers.
it'll sort of cut out
Gets
some
rid
of
of.
it gets
it
rid
does.
of the riffraff.
It does. And you know what? With what's going on in the economy right now, we don't need any more riffraff. We need these transactions to go through. We need them to be legitimate. There's enough, you know, stuff going on that, you know, is hurting consumers and hurting people. All right, ladies, we're going to take our last break. We will be back.
Hi, my name is Dr. Tom Dow. We have a multidiscipline practice in Melville and Ronkonkoma, New York, and we treat patients with many, many different conditions, from newborns through geriatric patients with numerous different techniques. There's a technique and a type of treatment for every class of patient. We have them all here. Here's my son Thomas, also a doctor of chiropractic, working on one of our patients' cervical spine. This patient has had chronic neck pain for many, many, many years, has been to a multitude of different practitioners with little or no response. And with our specialized techniques, she has improved tremendously and continues to improve on a daily basis. We have two practices, one in Melville and one in Ronkonkoma, New York. We are a multidiscipline chiropractic office. What that means is we have chiropractors, massage therapists, acupuncturists, psychologists, all working as a team and a network of outside professionals such as orthopedists and neurologists that we work hand in hand with to help determine what your injuries are and the best way to treat your injuries. I have the great pleasure of having my son in practice with me. We work hand in hand, father and son, to give our patients the best care possible, and a staff which is loving, caring, and you'll never have to wait at all in our office for service. Many times patients come into our office and they have what's called a soft tissue injury. Soft tissue injuries are like scars inside your body. If you've ever been cut on the outside of your body, you get a scar. The same thing happens inside of your body to your muscles and ligaments. So our job is to determine where those are, stretch the muscles, adjust the vertebra back into their correct position, and then refortify the normal structure with exercise. That's what we do best, and I hope someday you'll come see us at one of our two offices. Thank you.
Welcome back to What's Happening Long Island. Ladies, this is just, it's such an honor to be here with two such professional women that absolutely get networking, because this seems to always be our theme every week, is to help people to network, and charities. So I think that we could talk about some of the charities, especially Maryann. She's involved in a lot of different organizations, and how we can all help and how we can all get involved.
Well, you know, to me, there's like a lot of give back.
Yes.
You know, I think that that's what living is about,
yes.
Giving back.
Absolutely.
And I just thank God every day that I can give back, you know? I mean,
yes.
I have a daughter with Down syndrome, and she's one of the love of my lives. And she, you know, we've been affiliated with the Association for Children with Down syndrome for so many years, and they've gotten us through some really tough times. You know, it's not a something that you pick that you're going to do. It's sort of like all of a sudden, you know, it finds you there, and they've, you know, so I feel so good about giving back to them, and then I have two other daughters, and one of my other daughters started her own non-for-profit, and she has a program called Live Up, and it provides long weekends for young adults with Down syndrome. And they're in 5 locations right now. They just finished San Diego, and I'm really proud of what they've done.
Absolutely.
You know, because I've given back, I've taught them how to give back, and there's nothing, it's like networking, it's like contagious,
Yes.
and it's so wonderful for me to see, you know, them giving back to society, because I think we live in such a world where people just, it's all about the taking.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
it's
yeah.
all about
Absolutely.
the taking.
Yep.
And so,
A lot of self-centered people out there.
yeah, so Jenna, and she has 2 other people that run the program, Live Up with her, And my youngest daughter actually headed the Philadelphia location. So they're, so it's nice, and it's nice, and it's all volunteer. Everybody that goes and helps out volunteers their time, and it's on all holiday weekends. I mean, who spends a holiday, a Memorial Day weekend, saying I'm in Philadelphia, with young adults with Down syndrome, and the letters, the pouring out of love that we've gotten. I was just telling Jill that after this weekend, the San Diego, there's a lot of people, in this neighborhood here, we see so many people that have so much. For a lot of these people, like in San Diego, this one Mexican woman wrote that this was the first time that her young adult with Down syndrome was away from the house. And how wonderful is that they would have an experience where they went to the San Diego Zoo, they had a dance for them, and they also do give back. Like they went and they did a community project. To me, this is what life is about. Yeah. We all should have the opportunity to give back. And I know that you two, the sisters, definitely give back a lot too. So let me turn it over.
But no, how do we get involved in your organization, or how if somebody wants to get involved?
I have 2 young boys who need to do community service. I would love to offer their
absolutely.
services.
So tell us how to get involved.
I will definitely. The Association for Children with Down Syndrome is one. This past weekend, Linda and Michael were, did the Warrior.
Yeah, I wanted to do that, but we were visiting weekend. The bike ride around.
Bike ride.
I would have definitely done that.
There's so many ways. It's like you just sort of take what you like and what your passion is, and you utilize that.
Right.
The Mahjong tournament that I run.
I could play in that.
Exactly.
Maybe.
You're gonna laugh, but last year one of the focal points we had is I've been teaching canasta now. And
that's the next.
That's the next
thing.
Okay.
It is.
We must have taught 120 people how to play, but people are coming to learn, and they're so happy that they can make a contribution someplace. So you just have to find whatever makes your heart.
But how would we contact you, or how do we contact your organization, or Live Up for your daughters?
Oh, Live Up. There's a website. They have their own website. They have all their locations, and you can.
So is it liveup.com?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so for anybody that wants to get involved,
please. Yes, if you want to volunteer, if you want to just make a donation, because you know what, even just a donation, Dannon sometimes sponsors them, Paul Newman's cereal sponsored them and gave them all the cereal that they're using in their programs.
Okay.
So they reach out to a lot, we all have the ability, it's just whether or not that's how you want to use your time.
All right.
Exactly.
So let's talk about your charities. Like I know you from when I'm cleaning out my closet.
Absolutely.
You always want all my clothes and all my shoes and all my coats, and I always it's ridiculous.
And that's my big thing. I love cleaning out. I love no clutter.
Unlike my house.
I started to know that everybody has clutter, and everybody just needs a purpose, and everybody just needs a reason to clean out your coat closet, your shoe closets, your kids' closets, whatever the situation is. Absolutely, contact me. I will drop it off. I've been dropping it off to this place called the Inn in Hempstead, and they help people, homeless people or people that are down on their luck.
Struggling.
Absolutely,
there's a lot
with
of
clothing and food, and there's another organization called Shoes for All that help people get back into the workforce. If they don't have shoes, these will help them get back into the workforce.
I just donated a lot of clothes. My mother-in-law passed away, to that organization that helps battered women get back to work.
Right. I don't think
they were just gorgeous clothes.
It really is just taking 5 minutes to think about the fact that, okay, I'm going to put it in a garbage bag. What am I going to do with it? I can throw it away.
No.
Or I can give it
Never.
to someone that can help it and use it.
There's so many organizations that will come right to you to pick them up.
Right.
The veterans will pick up, they'll clean their,
Yeah, I think that I just get nervous that is it going to these people?
Well, and that's always
you've always heard about that.
Well, at the inn, actually, I've taken my kids with me, and we've actually seen it in progress, how they come in and how they eat and how they can come and pick out their clothes. They're on racks. They size them.
Right.
So you actually see it in process, so that they see that from the beginning to the end what the process is.
Right, and then we do the Revlon Walk for Cancer.
Correct.
We do that every May, in honor of, we have many family members, unfortunately, and my mother-in-law. So we walk and we have a great time, and we earn we donate a lot of money. I think our team donated over $7,000 again this year.
Absolutely.
So anytime we can get involved,
yeah,
you know.
And we just did, my husband just did a golf outing for the Special Olympics.
Right.
And my kids are going to be, donating their time to the Special
They
Olympics.
can definitely.
as well.
That's a great.
Yeah.
Great
area. They're very into sports and
that's
right.
Athletics and stuff. And if they can help somebody, maneuver or help them finish a race that they need help doing, then that would be such a great honor for them.
And we actually have a cousin, Barry, who goes every Thanksgiving and feeds the homeless.
Correct.
And I've always wanted to do that, but I'm always out of town. But I still want, I know we talked about doing it in BNI, of just giving up a Tuesday or whatever day that is and going and feed the homeless. And I really want to pursue that. I really feel like that's something that I've never done and I really want to do.
I think that's a great idea.
That we could do that.
It really is just
taking
using
your time.
It's choosing to use your time
in a meaningful way.
And I really want to do that. Yes, we network every single week. We could skip a week and go and do that.
That would be great. I think that's a good idea.
I think that we should do something like that. And it's just all about giving back. Like with Mary Kay, I'm very big into my friend Linda because she was a victim of domestic abuse. So I'm always, supporting whatever she's doing. She picked herself up, she got out there, she's remarried, she's doing great. But anytime you hear these stories, you just, what can I do?
Well, because you're so thankful for the life that you have. You don't realize the struggles that people have in their lives.
Yeah.
And if you can take a step back and be able to live in somebody else's shoes just for a moment, I think it would change your
It would change everything. It would change the world, and it's true. So, yeah, just getting involved.
And paying it forward.
Paying it forward, like you said. And I feel like you do that every day. I do.
You're
always telling me all the different events.
I think that we all can do it every day.
Yes.
It's just making
that conscious effort.
Right.
Conscious decision to do that.
To me, it just, it feels good.
Yeah.
There's nothing that feels better.
There's nothing that feels better, right?
I agree.
Right. And your daughter is definitely benefiting from everything going on. Because every time I see a picture of her, she's smiling, she's with her sisters, and she's happy.
It's really nice. As a matter of fact, somebody called me up and said, how come Lauren didn't get to go to San Diego? And I said, well, because she only gets to go to one program a year.
Right, that wouldn't be fair.
Well, you have connections. Can't you change that? She should be able to go to every single one. And I said, but the idea is to give it to everybody, not just to Lauren,
Right.
And Lauren has her sisters all the time.
Right, right. All right, Lane, we got 2 minutes. Anything you'd like to add? Anything any good advice you can give to people?
What I'd first like to add is to thank you so much for encouraging me to come on this show with you. I've been hearing about it for many weeks. And it's really inspirational to see how well you network and how well you use your talents, which is your gift of gab.
Which I get from Grandma.
No, and you do. You make everybody feel comfortable, and you have definitely found a niche for yourself. Yes. So I'm very proud of what you've accomplished. And
I'm the sensitive one.
No, and on top of that, I mean, you're a fantastic businesswoman in anything that you have ventured out into. You give it your all, and you are really, someone to be looked up to, and you're definitely worthy of all the accolades you get. So.
Even though you're sick of hearing them. You missed Jess today, so really you missed Jess today.
Thank you for having me. It was a pleasure.
Thank you. Anything you would like to say?
Well,
all right, this is not about me. This is not about me.
No. You know what? I really thank you for this opportunity because, I am pretty new, and you took me under your wing.
Oh, yeah. Well, you asked me to be my mentor.
I know I did.
And I was like, do you know what you're getting yourself into?
How lucky was I to have that opportunity?
We just clicked.
We definitely
we
work.
We
definitely work. And
we laugh.
We laugh, and we have
always
fun.
Laugh.
And we're out there enjoying and making a difference.
We are.
And bringing, continuing to bring new business to everybody.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I am so honored to be in a room with both of you.
Thank you for having
And I
us.
thank you both so much for bailing me out today. And Michael, stay on vacation, stay on paternity. And everybody have a great week, and we will see you next time.